So yeah, I'm back at home, and the car didn't catch on fire. I made it home, even though it did start smoking on the way home. Um, I don't know where the fluid was coming from, but something was dripping on the exhaust underneath the car, and there was some smoke coming from the car underneath initially. I'm like, what the hell? So I pulled over. Yeah, it wasn't the engine. I couldn't really find where the drip was coming from. And then as I continued to drive, it went away, and I got home, and there's nothing underneath the car as far as oil on the garage floor. So I don't know. I have to take the car in Monday. I got some mechanics out here I deal with that are pretty good dudes, and I'm gonna have them go through the car, check for leaks, because I just had the transmission service done and they replaced a bunch of parts. So I want them to check that out, check some of the fuel lines, because I can smell some gas when I'm inside the car. I have to have them stiffen up the suspension a little bit because it's a little soft and I'm getting a little bit of rub, so I want to have them tighten that up. The coilovers. The idle is off. The car is idling a lot higher than it should, and I don't know where that's coming from, but you know, they'll be able to figure that out. It's got a Holley EFI setup, so I don't know if it's some tuning that needs to be done, if the gas pedal's sticking a little bit, or if the timing maybe is causing it to do that also. But it definitely needs to be fixed, and the idle should be at a roughly 750 to 800 RPMs at idle. So got to have that done. There's a drain coming from somewhere. I got a battery cutoff right now, but there's a drain coming from somewhere. I don't know what it is, but that needs to be addressed. The pop-up lights aren't popping up, and they were popping up prior to getting the car painted, so I can hear them want to pop up, but they're not popping up. So I got to get that addressed. I got a new AC compressor that has to be installed so I can have the AC properly working right, even though the compressor I have in there is basically brand new. What else? I'm thinking that's pretty much it, man. The gauges are all working. Yeah, once I have them do those things to the car next week, I'll be able to roll this car, man. It runs cool. It stays at about 160, 180. I mean, it stays really cool driving. It's got an oversized radiator. Eventually, I'll probably get a shroud made for it, just because that's always good to add for cooling purposes out here in Arizona. Oh, the brakes are making this horrible squeaking noise, and the brakes, let me take a look real quick. The brakes are pretty much new. I replaced them, the pads and stuff, man, right before I got all the work done to the car. So I don't understand why the brakes are squeaking. I don't know if it's the wrong compound. Maybe it's the pads or something, but I'm gonna have them address that, because that's embarrassing. You pull it up to a car show. It's like I got carbon ceramic brakes on here. These things squeak horribly, so I got to get that addressed. But shit, man, this car, it pushes, man. Even with this little 350, man, this thing pushes. And it's got mixed reviews. It's it's kind of funny, when you pull up to car shows, some people are standoffish, some people are just like, kind of looking at you funny. And I had a couple guys come up and talk to me. Is this your car? And they were asking a lot of questions. Said it's cool. It's your own little style. It's radical, over the top, which are description words I was kind of looking for anyways, because it is radical and over the top. My back wheels are 20 by 14 and a half. So they're pretty crazy. You know, it's a wide wheel, and the tires are 345, 30, 20. So imagine 345, 30, 20, man. And my front tires are 245, 40, 19s. So I got a lot of rubber on the road. A lot of rubber. But the car rolls smooth. I mean, it's planted. It does what it's supposed to do, man. I mean, I was really kind of bothered last night because it was just doing some weird stuff, man, and revving super high. I mean, it's still not revving where it should be at idle, but come to find out, the damn floor mat was jammed against the gas pedal, which was causing the car to rev crazy, like the motor was gonna blow up. I thought something else was going on, man. I was like, what the hell? I watched all type of videos about the EFI and messing around with the springs, man. I was flustered, man, and it was a damn floor mat. Can you imagine that? The floor mat, man. So took that damn floor mat out. I'm not using no floor mats. It doesn't really need them anyways, because I got custom carpet floor mats made for this car, so it's just extra. But yeah, you know, it's mixed reviews, man. One thing about a car show that's all Porsches, where it's a purist predominantly show, people are very finicky when you bring a modified Porsche. You know, I posted my car on some Porsche 928 forums on Facebook, and a lot of people say I ruined the body. I messed this up. You know, oh man, why'd you do that? Oh, because they were cheap. People got them and ruined them. Look, man, you know, I had a vision, and this is my vision. You know, I was always a guy who liked the Gambala and the Strosic body kits, the Wicked body kits, and I wanted to come out with my own body kit. So that's what I did. I came out with my own body kit. And, you know, shout out to my homeboy Renison, who you know, did the majority of the work on the kit and helped me bring this vision to life. But, you know, to each his own. No, it doesn't have a Porsche V8. It has a Chevy V8 in it. So some people might be like, oh, you know, why'd you put that in there? Well, long story, man. I bought the car, it had the LT1. So it already had a Chevy conversion. And I had another Porsche at the time that was a 79 928 that had the actual Porsche engine in it, and it was a manual. And, you know, it was cool. And I actually had that motor rebuilt, and the car ran decent. I ended up selling it. Probably should have kept it now I think about it, man. I sold it, and I seen it on some websites. It was a gold Porsche with black interior with like orange piping, and I seen it on a couple other websites for sale. They had doubled the price that I sold it to them for, but it is what it is. But yeah, man, you know, I like old school muscle cars. I like the Chevys. I like the LSs, and this car actually should have had something way more radical to go along with the body kit, but the mechanic at the time screwed me over, took my money, paid for some of his personal expenses, and left me hanging. So I had a Chevy 350 laying around for another project I was gonna do, and I just ended up throwing it in this car so I could have the car run. And I got talked out of the LT1, so that motor, I basically gave it away. I should have kept it. It was a tune port injection out of I want to say like the early 90s Corvettes. But you know, if you've ever built a car, man, you know it's a roller coaster, man. You deal with a lot of people and a lot of pieces of shit. A lot of people talk a good game, man, and they straight garbage. But you live and learn. You live and learn. That's what makes cars so fun, man. I mean, you know, take a look at it, man. I mean, dude, I'm getting thumbs up everywhere I go. You know, people are like looking at it like don't know what to say. I mean, it looks like a Hot Wheel on the road. And through all of the ups and downs, I'm not mad that I built a car. And once I get these last little things done, I will definitely have a smile on my face, and we'll be sharing with you guys a lot more videos of the car. And yeah, man, taking you on this muscle up car lifestyle journey. You know, the next car I want to get home with my Chevelle. It's been sitting at the shop for 2 years, man. 2 years. And it just needed the tranny and motor put in it, you know, but I had the frame boxed and, you know, in the process trying to get the proper intake and had the supercharger rebuilt and the fuel lines and fuel tank, and, you know, it adds up, man. It adds up, man. Believe me, man, these cars are kind of like my dope. You know, it gives me something to do, and kind of like, I guess, like building a building. You know, I could have probably put the money into a house. You know, the cars, I have plans to use them for a lot of marketing stuff, so they will get proper usage. But, you know, it's like what I enjoy doing, man. So, a lot of people don't really have hobbies. This is one of my hobbies, and I'm using it to build my brand. You know, it's fun to me to go to these car shows and interact with people, gas stations, different places, talk cars, and you know, just build friendships, man. I met a couple friends today, and I look forward to meeting a lot more friends. Remember to wash your ass and pick you up some soap at bigherc916.com, and subscribe and share the channel, man. You know, this is my other channel outside of Big Herc 916 and Fresh Out, and this channel over here, Muscle Up Car Lifestyle, is all about cars. So ride with me, and I look forward to seeing you at the next car show.
Get your hygiene game up. Go wash your ass. Go to bigherc916.com and pick you up one of our bundles of soap. We have oatmeal milk and honey, monkey farts, butt naked scrub, island citrus scrub, cool water, and howling at the moon. And get your nutsack right.